Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Namaste. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sadhana, and today I'm here, as most Tuesdays, doing live intuitive tarot readings. And so you can go ahead and post your comment in the chat. And just so you know that on any given day, I do somewhere between 12 and 17 readings. It really depends on kind of how the flow of the day goes. So yeah, so thanks for being here. And know that you are all equally important and that I will get to the readings in a way that feels that I'm serving the greatest number of people. And I thank you for your patience if you have had readings lately. And that if I pass over you, it's nothing personal. It's just I'm trying to share the love, so to speak. So welcome to everybody that's here. I see some of you are here quite early. My Voice Tarot. Hello, Cheryl Ibanez. I haven't seen you for a while, so welcome. I am doing well. Red Bean B. I saw somebody said they are new. Oh, Candy Soul and Soul. Hello, Candy. Thanks for popping by today. That's great. Scarlett. Hello, Patrice. So welcome. I see Jen's here. So thanks to Jen for keeping up with all of this. And I'll do my best. I put in the description for today that I'm close to 2,500 subs. And I didn't do a giveaway when I got to 2,000, and I thought that I would like to do a giveaway. I recently did a giveaway of a complimentary reading, and so that will happen on Friday. That was with IT Guy. And so for the 2,500 giveaway, which not quite there yet, so that will happen hopefully in the next week or so. I have a couple of decks that I would like to give away, and I would also love to give away another reading. So what I'm going to do, I was going to announce it here, but I don't feel quite organized yet. And also I would actually like to hit the 2,500. So I will do a separate video, and it will be announcing the giveaway. And then you will have an opportunity based on the instructions in that video to enter into any of the draws that you're interested in. So please look for that upcoming one. Yeah, so let's get to the readings. And My Voice Tarot, I think, is first. I do have a couple of windows open here. So Jen, if you are here, and Apurva's here, great. So thank you, ladies, for helping me with that. Much, much greatly appreciated. So My Voice Tarot is asking about guidance for the rest of the year. So I'm assuming you're talking about the chronological year through 2020. I know a lot of you may be doing or thinking about starting your year ahead readings for the 1st of November. So for a lot of people, the wheel of the year represents the end of the year, and the beginning, the new light, starts in November. Other people do their year aheads at different times of the year. Some do it after the winter solstice as well too. So I'm assuming you mean for the next couple of months. So let's look at that. I have been doing some deck trimming and going back and pulling out some decks from my my cabinet that I haven't been using. And I don't know how many of you like Art Deco, but this is a really, I'm not going to read with this today, but this is a really pretty deck that I have just trimmed. It's called, I can't even think what it's called. I was going to say it's the Crystal Tarot. It's the Crystal Tarot. And one of the things, I'm always studying about the tarot. It's a pip deck, and anyway, I'll show this in another video, but why I'm saying this is I want you to understand that my journey, because I know a lot of you read as well too, and you play with the cards. My journey with the tarot is always going on and on. And, it's a never-ending journey, and the amount that can be learned and gleaned through working with cards and decks. Sometimes I buy a deck and I think I receive it and I go, oh, why did I buy that? There must have been some inspiration somewhere along the way. And so what I want to encourage those of you that are working with cards to do is to to make, like this Tuesday for me, it's a time when I come and I sit down and I read for you. If you can make your reading into more of a same time, same place every day kind of thing, if you can have all of your things in a shoebox, in a bag, and so that you sit down, you have your pen, you have your journal, you have your cards, maybe you have your scissors or your, whatever you're working on, all there, so it's easy and it becomes this practice, and it's really, really beautiful. So yeah. And then another one of my favorite decks that I've been working with this week, and I bought a second copy because I've always wanted to trim it. Sorry, I'm going to get to the readings in a moment, but I think this is important for you guys that are working with the tarot and learning the tarot. So this is the Chamonix Tarot by Eden Gallanter. And I'm decided that with this project, because this is quite a challenging deck to read, it's very intuitive and it has a lot of different symbols. And so I'm only going to trim 3, 4, 5 cards a day and really go through them and then read with that limited set. So today I did a reading for myself with, because I've only trimmed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. The first, not the first 9 majors, but 5 majors that I was interested in. And I did a reading with those 9 cards only. And the reason I'm saying is I want to encourage you to be playful with the tarot, to know that whatever cards you're trimming, whatever cards you're working with are exactly the cards that you need to be working with. It's about trusting in this process, and it's a really, really beautiful one. Okay. So My Voice Tarot, this is for you, and this is the energy for the rest of the year. That was an interesting cut of cards. You know what? I'm sorry, I need to cut again. One of the things also about cutting cards is I believe that the cards need to cut easily. Like they have this natural break that they want to make where the message is. And that was better. Yeah. So don't be afraid to recut the cards. Ooh. It's very magical. Very, very magical. And highly significant. Okay. So I'm starting with the World. So that is a beautiful card actually to have for this time of year, and to acknowledge that 2020 may be the end of a major step in your life. It might be the end of a big winding up of things. And so to really be in that, to be in the joy of that, to be in the celebration of that. The Wheel card in this deck is so absolutely magical, and that is your second card. And so to have the World and the Wheel woven together feels like this is 2 majors, right? Coming up, boom, boom. To just kind of honor this. And I would feel excited about 2021. I would feel like, and I'm going to pull another card, a third card, but we've got World and Wheel. So I would feel excited about the unknown, almost a little bit of sense of childlike wonder about what's coming up for the new year. And to really get busy with finishing up projects and not leaving 9 of Pentacles. It's really amazing. So I would allow, celebrate, finalize, acknowledge all that you have. So when I'm looking at this 9 of Pentacles as the third card, this is to have no regrets. This is about unconditional support and unconditional love for everything that you have been working on and everything that you have been done. And the other message is know that it is enough. It's perfect just as it is. It doesn't need to be more. Okay, I'm going to show you these cards because they're just so beautiful. So pretty, pretty. And I hope I can show cards to you without too much glare. I changed the camera angle, which might help with that. Yeah, so that's for you, my voice tarot. Okay. So let me know if you have any feedback, and I'll do my best to follow up on the bottom of the chat. Okay. So Cheryl, you are also on early. And so we're going to look to the energy of Denver. I'm assuming Denver is somebody in Denver, or maybe that's the person's name. I love the backs of these cards. I have a feeling I'm going to be using them a lot today. I'm feeling purple. I'm feeling purple. I am celebrating in my own way the 9 days of Navaratri, the 9 nights of Navaratri. And this is 9 days where I am focusing my, the awakening of my altar in the mornings, my mantra at night, my reading at night around the goddess. And so 9 days of devotion, 9 days of full attention to the energy of Shakti, the energy of the goddess, the divine mother, and really coming into a place of trust with that energy. And so I feel purple. I feel the purple. I feel the love in this deck from Shakti. So how feels about me, Denver? How feels about me, Denver? Hello, Tarot Vale. I don't know if, oh, you are. Your name is Prad. There's an N in there. It's not Pradya. Pradnya. Pradnya. A lot of viewers from India at this time, or so I assume. It's really, I'd like to know where you are, and if you are in India, let me know where in India you are. I've been to many different places there. Always landing in Kolkata, and then the ashram that I attend is the ashram that I am initiated in is called Rikya Peet, and Rikya Peet is a bit of a journey from Kolkata, kind of up north and a little bit to the west. Yeah. And I have traveled also to the, sorry, using my fingers with them. I'm not great with directions, traveling to the northeast. So I had an amazing experience there. Oh my goodness. I will never forget my first trip to India. I did a Shakti Peet tour. We went all over the country. All right, so how feels about me, Denver? This is for Cheryl Ibanez. How feels about Denver? How does Denver feel about Cheryl Ibanez? How does Denver feel about Cheryl Ibanez? Okay. Whoa. Looking at the art is very wild and open and free, and the tree is I feel they feel I was going to say they feel like you're a mermaid. They feel that you are very feminine. You are extremely feminine, and in a good way. You are beautiful. This first card has me pausing, so I just need to kind of see. Like I was going with the artwork and the expansion of the artwork. It feels very like fireworks. Can I ask you a personal question? This might seem odd. So are you draining Denver's bank? Like, are you an expensive date? Are you are you are you tapping into Denver's resources, or is Denver cautious because you demand a lot financially? Sorry for the bold question. So I want to go with the artwork that feels like, wow, but it is the Five of Pentacles. That was the first card. So there is some sense of restriction. So I just want you to reflect on that and what that sense of restriction in the Suit of Pentacles might be. So it feels there's a bit of caution in that first card, and I have to pay attention to that. But you know, he feels like everything I said. Like, look at these gorgeous women in these cards. Like, they're so flowy and beautiful. So I want to know why that Five of Pentacles is there. What is that about, Cheryl? Do you have any sense of that? It might be that Denver is also experiencing some financial restriction. And maybe Denver can't share that with you. So there's some reason that Denver is feeling not abundant at this time. And so that might be reflected in why you're asking this question. But Denver thinks you are amazing and beautiful and feminine and all of that. So, but there's something that's holding Denver back. So I hope that you can ask Denver about that. Like, allow Denver to reveal to you. I encourage you to ask Denver if Denver is feeling less than, if Denver has anything that Denver wants to share with you. I feel in Denver's heart, you are extraordinary. And in order to create a relationship, this restriction needs to be, you need to understand what this restriction might be. So I hope that gives you some food for thought and perhaps some ideas on how to move forward with your thoughts and your actions toward this relationship. Okay. Thank you. All righty. Okay, Tarot Veil, it's your turn. Pradnya. Okay. I didn't put up the last two banners. So when I'm reviewing the videos, I count them by the banners. I shouldn't say I count them. When I review, because I go back and I review the chat, because I also like to see which questions I missed, and I make a note of any questions I missed. That's why Jen is asking us. Jen is jumping somebody ahead of the queue because I think it's Jess J. Okay. How does Mangesh feel about Pradnya? And are there chances of marriage? Are you near each other? Are you in the same town? Or is there some distance between you? I'm trying to understand. I feel a tremendous amount of space around me, spaciousness. And I want to try to figure out what that spaciousness represents. So you're near each other. Okay. It feels peaceful. It feels really peaceful. You know, like spaciousness feels free. It feels peaceful. I feel a lot of energy in my third eye right now. So I would trust in this relationship. Spaciousness is good. And if you feel uncomfortable because Mangesh is not contacting you as frequently or as being as chatty as you would like Mangesh to be, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't feel that's a bad thing. I don't sense that that is a bad thing. But let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah. Why is that card there? Big pause. I need to let these cards tell a story here. How does Mangesh feel about Pragnya? There's a lot of layers to Mangesh's feelings. A lot of layers. And it feels almost as if he needs to separate from the goings-ons. So I don't know if things are busy in your house or you have a lot of sisters, a lot of women, a lot of friends around you. It feels like he's looking in, he's observing what is going on. And what he's looking for is balance. What he's looking for is I have very mixed messages here with the cards. So let's just kind of take this step by step. And I'm just going to check and see if you've typed anything here. You want to know where it is going. I don't think it's going. Like I feel, do you know what the word discombobulated means? Like it's so mixed up. It doesn't feel like it's flowing in a direction. It feels like he's examining you. I mean, I have some major cards here. He's looking for some balance in his life. The first card would indicate joy, but then it looks like he's stepping back. So I don't think he's ready to step into a relationship. I don't have cards that suggest that at all. So in seeing these cards here, my next step would be to ask him something like, what is it you want to know? What is it you need to know? It feels like so remember I was talking about that spaciousness I was feeling. It feels like he's out here kind of observing you. Maybe even being a bit judgmental. So I don't feel he's ready for a commitment at this time. Thanks. Thank you, Tarot Veil. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to Neelam. And so Anna, you're going to have to wait a couple of weeks, sweetie. I just need to make sure everybody gets a fair turn here. Okay. So we're going to go to Neelam next. And Neelam is seeing numbers. Aloha, Jonathan. Jane Atkins, hello, are you new? Welcome. Michelle, hello, Michelle, welcome. Okay, all right. You're in Bangalore. Oh, I haven't been to Bangalore. Thanks for the super chat, My Voice Tarot. All right, Marie Bourque. PL is back again. Hello, that mystical lady. Sorry, I was just looking for the original post. That way I can stop this chat up here. Hello, bunny kisses. It's great to have you here. Okay, there we go. Now I can pause this chat. All right, so you saw flashes of 5, like a vision. Is it my spirit guide trying to connect with me? Okay, Neelam. All right, so 5. 5. The other question I have for you, Neelam, is about how, and this is a kind of a good question for everyone to contemplate. So when we see numbers, when we see repeating numbers, when we see numbers on the clock and in the car and different places on our phone, sometimes I find that if I write things down, and so here's a totally random thought, and that's one of the reasons sometimes I just ramble, because I need to pull in the ideas, and I'm receiving messages from spirit, and I feel sometimes like there's a couple of different energies that are coming in. So I don't know what you call them. Maybe one of you can tell me this name. So maybe you're seeing 5s. And you start writing 5s on a paper, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And then all of a sudden, these 5s start taking a shape. Like maybe they take a shape of a ladder, or they take a shape of a path, or they take a shape of something. And these 5s suddenly are no longer 5s. These 5s become a message unto themselves. Or maybe all the 5s aren't pointing in the same direction. Some of the 5s are facing that way. Some of the 5s are facing up. Maybe the 5s are all facing to the east or to the north. Or maybe all the 5s are pointing, to something else. So allow the numbers as you see them to be more than just numbers. And if you have personal associations with the numbers, to allow those numbers to become a conversation. Okay. So what I want to ask Neelam is what the number 5 is about, and if spirit is connecting with you, what is the message in the 5? What is the message in the 5 for Neelam? I'm using Shuffling Tarot Bashi. What is the message in the 5 for Neelam? What is the message? A lot of flipping cards here. Okay. What is the message in the 5 for Neelam? Okay, so we're totally in the suit of air. Somebody is judging somebody. Somebody is looking into somebody's, dark side. It might just be that spirit is encouraging you to reflect on a particular challenge. And in the tarot, the fives represent those challenges. So I feel that spirit is wanting you to, you see, what might have happened is there was something that came up that was challenging for you. And you may have raced over it. You may have glossed over it and not given it due consideration. So I feel here that is exactly what spirit is getting you to do. Were you betrayed, or did you betray someone? Was something taken without permission? Do you feel violated? Do you feel that you received something that you shouldn't have received? It may have to do something with that. So if you can relate that kind of energy, and it may very well be that you are judging yourself unnecessarily, and it's a matter of just finding clarity around this situation. Okay, so you were betrayed. So the next step is to ask yourself, what does this betrayal bring up for me? Have I felt this way before? What is this pattern? It's like there's some really big insight here. This is not a little pattern for you, whether you want to call it a samskara or what you want to call it. This is something you have seen before, and the story might be completely different. But this number 5 is a challenging number. This number 5 is about really taking time to examine this, because this betrayal is not about the other person. This betrayal is about a pattern within yourself that it is time for you to process, to move through, to start to see in a different light. Does that make sense? Right? I have what's called Dreamer Air, Dreamer 2, which feels really judgy in this deck. It's like black or white. It's not black or white. We need to see the whole picture. And then I have the King, who's like saying, okay, we need to get really, really clear on this. So these are your cards, Neelam. Okay, so that's what those 5s are about. So I want to encourage you to kind of dig deep and to do do some reflection on this. Thank you. Candy, you're so sweet. That's not even my question. All righty. Where are we at? Ritz R. M3 Industries. Hello there, newbie. Welcome, welcome. Yes, this is an amethyst pendant. It's from my children ages ago. Ages ago. Okay. Hi, Patrice. So glad that you're here. This is a little bit of a study for you. And Angelic Michelle, welcome to you. Oh, you guys. Yeah, isn't it fun getting new decks? And what I was saying was it's, I looked at this deck for ages. Like, and I'll tell you another reason why. Oh, and I'm going to put this out there because some of you are from Europe. And so this is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is in the water. We have the symbol of the moon. This is the Page of Swords, the Knave of Swords. And the Knave of Swords is on this chessboard in the water. We've got the full moon in the background. And I have a couple of other tarot decks that, while the suit of swords has a connection with mind and air and thought, has heavy, heavy water symbols. One of them that's coming to mind is the Stunning Tarot. And I have researched many places, trying to find the connection here. I want to know, what is the association of water with the suit of swords? And I know there is the legend of the the Avalon Lake and throwing the sword into the lake. There's that. There's also swords are cooled in water once they come out of the heat. But if you have any information on the suit of swords and the energy of water, I would love to have a chat with you. You could email me, because I'm so curious about this energy. Yeah, so let me know. And if I don't, thanks for the super chat, Amy. If I don't get to your answer or comment or give you feedback in the chat, it's because there's a lot that goes on in these videos. So why is Kay not asking you for another date? Why is Kay not asking you for another date? Hello, it's ready. Why? So this is for Ritz Ready. Ritz Ready is wondering why Kay is not asking her for another date. Kay may be choked up about something. Kay is What is that about? Because Kay is afraid of going too deep too fast. There's something to do with family. There's some kind of energy around. It's possible that Kay is afraid of success. Kay is afraid of, there's some kind of energy or fear around family commitment. And Kay, it's like Kay is Kay's own worst enemy. Kay is afraid of giving Kay's self permission to be happy. Why I'm saying that is we have 10 of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card representing family and home, right? And ancestors. And then I have the 6 of Wands, which is a really successful card. And then I have the moon, and the moon is kind of overhanging these two cards. So there's some kind of fear. There's some kind of fear in moving forward. So again, if I were to say, what is my next best step? It would be to ask Kay a question like that. Very compassionately. Kay, what are you afraid of? What is it about a relationship? What is it about family that is challenging for you? That kind of approach, that kind of question. And maybe, yeah, just be really patient. Be really patient. So there's something about Kay's past that is coming up at this time. I can show you the cards. I know sometimes you guys like to see the cards. This is this might hurt. So 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Moon. I said last week, if because there's a lot of readers, of course, who are in the chat, and if you see something else that it's wonderful, like I have no problem with you guys chiming in, contradicting me, or adding to my messages. So thanks. All right. Ooh. Thanks for sharing that, Candy. Good to know. You know, Candy, this is, I really believe this. There's certain, and this is what horoscopes are about and astrology is all about. And people say, well, that's the same for me. That's the same for everybody. But there is particular energy to particular days. And, and above that, there is particular energy to why. Like right now, there's 23 people watching. So me is 24 people. So there's a reason why the 24 of us here are gathered right now. So Mystical Lady wants to know if she is on the right track at this point in her life. What do I want to do? You know what? I want to use Druidcraft. And if I had Susser Ibido on the table, I think I would choose Susser Ibido. You want a deck of truth, a straight shooting. And not that all decks aren't straight shooting, but some decks I feel are more candy coated than others. Do I have any candy coated decks on the table? Not really. I would also like to see what Bone Stone says about this. I would like to see what Bone Stone, but I've chosen Druidcraft. All right, Mystical Lady. Mystical Lady, are you listening? Are you listening? I don't mean are you listening to me? And expanding on what I'm saying here is perhaps silence, more silence in your day, more silence in your week. I want to tell you a story. Well, it's not really a story. Any time in my experience, so when I have been deeply in my sadhana, or I have been at a really intense yoga teacher training, or I have been observing silence myself, or I don't know, off on a journey and intensely feeling connected with nature or something like that. These are the times when we listen the most that the most magical things happen, and we receive with the greatest clarity what it is we need to receive, clairaudiently, clairvoyantly, right? Not with our 3-dimensional senses, but with our 5th dimension senses. And so I'm asking you to listen. And so to be more quiet, to give yourself more time in solitude. You are clairaudient. Okay. So your question is, am I on the right track at this point in my life? So yeah. And this track right now may be really tugging at the heart. This track that you are on may feel intensely challenging, but the energy is one of deep connection. Don't be, this sounds very similar to what I was saying in the last reading. Don't be afraid to dig deep. Don't be afraid to really explore the hardest aspects, the hardest challenges. Three of Swords here. I want to show you kind of what's come up. So first was Three of Swords and then the High Priestess. And so it's like the High Priestess is summoning. The High Priestess, oh, look at this High Priestess card. It's just so amazing, beautiful. The High Priestess is almost saying, universe, bring it on. Bring on the challenges. And then I have the Knight of Pentacles, who is reminding you, when we are feeling like that, when we are in that mode, right? Bring it on. I want to get through this stuff. I know what it is. I want to get this over. I want to move through to the next level. But that Knight of Pentacles is going, wait a minute. It's like pulling back on the reins. Take your time. There's no rush to move through this. If by any chance there's lingering grief from some process, that can also be what this is about. So that might be a time to really explore that. And if you're working with others through the process of grief, to be with that. There's something about really taking your time with this. And then I have Eight of Cups, which really shows progress of moving through all of the emotions and all the things that you are working with. So in the Druidcraft Tarot, I have Three of Swords, High Priestess, Prince of Pentacles, and Eight of Cups. And so it does, in answer to your question, yes, it does feel like you're moving in the right direction. Both the Prince of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups are moving to the right side of the reading. Okay. All right. So Jess J, I asked Jen to put you to the top of the list because I feel like you were missed last time. All righty. There's some other new people here I haven't said hello to. Drishti, hello. I'm glad that's helpful, Mystical Lady. All righty. So Jess J. And you asked about Amy. So let's do, sorry, I'm going to do Jess J. And then I will do 5 to 7 on the list, and then I will do Amy. So let's put Amy in around number 5. Amy, if you can hang in there, that would be great. Actually, no, let's put Amy at number 3. So I'm going to do Jess J, and then I'll do 2 more, and then I'll do Amy, and then we'll go back to the list. Okay. So, Jonathan, just let me know which deck you're talking about, which color of cards, and all of that. Okay, so what are Marik's feelings for you? Marhik. Okay, so Jess J. Jess J, Jess J, where are you from? Where are you from? This is not a great deck for feelings. Jonathan, let me know which, oh, you're from the Caribbean. I was asking about the deck where the King of Swords was standing on a crescent moon in the water. Oh, this one. So this deck is called, I've just chopped it all up. These are the backs. This is the Crystal Tarot. I'll show you a couple other cards. So this is what the cups look like. And it's really kind of beautiful. There's the Tower. Yeah, I'm, look at this Empress. She's really quite something. This is the Devil. I'm going to do a video on it. I'm really going to take my time. And this one and the Chamonix I'm going to be working with and really taking my time to get to know it, get to know them. I know the Chamonix very well. I've used it, I think, for a couple of years now. But I felt compelled to pull it out again. Okay. All right, so what does Marhik feel about Jess J? What does Marhik feel about Jess J? Marhik feels like he wants to be with you. Marhik is in his head. If I'm assuming it's a his. And again, every week I say this, please forgive me if I use the wrong pronouns. I'm talking about energy of people, and please feel free to let me know, correct me if I use the wrong pronouns. I have cards that indicate a connection and marriage, a joining together of energy, you know, very nice, solid cards. No major cards, but cards that indicate connection and stability. And, but then there's another card here that, so I phrase the question, you phrase the question with Mark as the subject of the question. So Mark is dealing with some major stuff. There's some stuff, either mind stuff, maybe business stuff. He's working through something big, but it's coming to an end. And so if you are feeling like he's not paying enough attention, or just give him a little bit of space. But I think in the big picture, he's definitely paying attention. He just needs to get through this. And he's very close to the end. The reason I'm saying this, I have the Four of Wands. I have the Six of Pentacles, right? Which is the first two cards. Then I got the Ten of Swords. And so that's why I think it's going to be over for him. But it's not. What he's dealing with is challenging. And then I drew the Sun card. So it's really kind of lovely. This is the Lily White Tarot. So you can kind of see this, the interaction of these cards there. And I love the way that the hands are connected. There's so much balance. So this first card is the Four of Wands. This is the Six of Pentacles. Here's the Ten of Swords, and then and then the Sun card. So yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. I hope that helps. Alrighty. Hello to Gayleen. He doesn't communicate with you probably because he's got other stuff going on. And I would just give him some time. Let him know that if he's ready and wanting to communicate, that you are open to it. I wouldn't pressure him at this time. He's moving through some stuff and you need to give him space to do that. Okay. Okay. Candy is next. I'd love a reading about turning this year around to finish more positively, if possible. Okay. Thank you, Mystical Lady. That's a really nice comment. Okay. I'm going to see if I can go back and get this chat paused. Hello, Joel. Anybody else I haven't said hello to? Hello, hello. I just want to go back and pause. So for those of you that missed at the beginning, I was talking about the draw and the giveaway. So I'm almost at 2,500 subscribers. And I'm thinking about what I would like to give away because it's about giving. It's about giving. And yeah, so I'm going to make another video and I'm going to gain some clarity on this, but there will be a couple of decks and for sure there'll be a reading that I'll be giving away. So just if you subscribe and like, then you get all the notifications and you'll see when that video goes up. And then in that particular video in the comments, you can participate in the draw, which will be very soon. Very, very soon. All right. Candy. Let's go Bonefire. I feel like this is a really good deck for you. You're so colorful. Okay. Oh, somebody was asking about my bracelets the other day. I have a stack of them. They're all crystals, and when I get dressed, depending on the day, I choose they sit on a selenite tower, and the selenite tower faces a window, which is open at night. And so if the moon is out, the moon is shining on the bracelets. And yeah, so I choose them depending on how I'm feeling and what my intentions are, because I believe that the crystals support the energy of what's going on. Yeah. And I don't wear them on my right wrist. And the reason I don't wear them on my right wrist is because the right side is about the giving. The right side is what I'm giving you. And they're on the left side to support my receiving from spirit, from universe. Yeah. So I forget who asked that question, but that's my answer. So this is for Candy. Candy, beautiful Candy Morgan. I'd love a reading about turning this year around to finish more positively. Okay. How can Candy finish this year more positively? What are the next steps? What is the focus? Is there anything that Candy is missing? Is there anything that Candy is missing? It's quite a hot little deck. I almost feel like I have, do you have reflex? Weird question, I know. Sometimes I ask weird questions. Magician. Okay, hello, Dumbledore. Ooh. King of Pentacles. Three of Cups. This looks like magic. Magic, 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 magic. Well, this whole deck kind of looks like magic. All right. What are you missing? You are missing the magic. This King of Pentacles looks like the green man to me. So your art, your magic, your music, all of these esoteric, any of your esoteric fairy, your connections with fairy. It feels like you're missing the green man. That's what it feels like. It feels like it almost feels like you could go out somewhere, some random place, go around to the back of a tree and create a little altar outside. Could be in a public park, but it's somewhere off the path where everybody doesn't see it. Maybe you have something like that in your own garden, but it feels like it needs to be at a tree, like at the base of a big, heavy tree. The green man is beckoning you. It's so magical, these cards. So I want to encourage you to, in reflection of your question, to really bring in the ritual, it's like, get your cauldron out and okay. This card keeps coming up. I'm going to tell you about what needs to go into the cauldron. Your heart. You need to put your heart in the cauldron and fully let your heart burn. And I know just from listening to a few of your videos, there's been a lot of burning of your heart. There's been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of heartache. But it feels like this is the time, this year, this end of this year, like right now, what needs to come to a wind up is that it's like, this was something I was saying to somebody else earlier today. So there's a theme here. You went 97% of the way in dealing with your grief and your pain. That 3% wants to let go. And that 3%, that little bit of holding back, is what is holding you back. And so when I say put your heart into the cauldron, that might be quite literal. The reason that I'm having these images is like, okay, so find a metaphorical heart. Maybe it is an old piece of jewelry that somebody gave you. Maybe it is something that you thought you would never, ever let go of. Maybe it's something you make just for this ritual and you put it in your bowl, and you go and get some cedar or some other things from outside, and you quite literally set it on fire. And part of this ritual is connecting with the green man, connecting with the earth and with nature, and really, truly, for all it's worth, letting the divine know you are so done with this. Okay, so that's what I'm sensing. There was this little bit that just didn't let go, and I am going to show you these cards. So I hope this isn't too. Anyway, let me know how this is sitting with you. I'm going to just go to the chat here before I show you the cards. I don't know why this isn't letting me scroll. Just a second. There we go. Oh, you said no way. You went out to get charcoal for your tree. Okay. All right. So we're on the same page. So I'm going to show you these cards because I think this is really beautiful. Okay. So we started with Dumbledore. We've got Dumbledore here. And I'm going to take off your, hopefully this thing won't roll down. Okay. So then here's the Green Man. And then here's this party around the cauldron. All right. And this is what needs to go into the cauldron so the new tree can grow. And I feel like this is a message you can take quite literally. Okay. Thanks. I hope that works for you. Bye, Cindy. I see Cindy is leaving. All right. Where are we at here? I'm not sure where we're at, but I'm going to get to the super chat that we missed. And I think we're at BUK. Can you, I'm just going to go up here. Okay. So that super chat that I skipped over, can we get to that after VUK? All right. Alrighty. So VUK wants a career reading. All right. Okay, V. VUK. Is your name Virginia, Violet, Victoria, Victor, Valentina, Valentino? I have one friend named V. Her name's Virginia. We call her V. You don't need to answer me. I'm sure your name is not on your channel because you want to be private. All right, so career reading for VUK. You're welcome, Candy. Thank you. Well-tempered Claire, you love the 5 cent. I find it works really well for career. There's something about it. I've tried to get the creator, Madame Clara, to come and chat with me on my channel. I'm hoping eventually we can have a chat. Okay, VUK career reading. Here we go. Okay, there's a couple of cards here that want to come into the conversation. We'll just see what they are. So much going on these cards. Ace of Needles, Judgment. Ooh, we've got a lot of pokey stuff here. Ace of Matches. I would say it would be in your highest interest, be in your highest interest to be on your path to be starting something new at this time. Two aces and Judgment. And so when I see this Judgment, it's like your what's that expression, that gaming expression? Level up. You're leveling up. And if there's any fear around this leveling up, I think Spirit is encouraging you. Now is the time to go for it. These other cards that we're getting out kind of slippery here. Yeah, so interesting keywords. Knight of Buttons keyword is attainment. The other card that slipped out was the 6 of Cups. So the key word in this deck is innocence. I want to know, so is that what's holding you back? Is something about your children holding you back? Is something about connecting with somebody from your past holding you back? But the message is to go for it, to go forward and to do it. To do it. Okay, so VUK, let me know if you need any clarification on that, but that is definitely the direction that you're going. Fear is holding you back. Okay, so I would take this reading. I'm going to show you these 3 cards, because it's crystal clear. It is time for you to move in the new direction. Ace, Judgment, Ace. There is absolutely no question that you need to go forward. It's time to start something new, and you will feel a whole lot better. That's what Spirit has for you today. Okay, so trust in that. Okay, so we're going to go to Amy. Okay. And so Amy's question is, what will my journey be like getting into counseling school? What will my journey be like getting into counseling school? Okay. We kind of talked about this before, right? I seem to recall. What will my journey be like getting into counseling school? What will Amy's journey be like getting into counseling school? Father of Pentacles. I take that as you will get the bursaries that you need. You will be financially supported. Father of Wands. It looks like you're going to be well taken care of. It's going to open up something completely different. So if you are thinking about a particular kind of counseling, I think it's going to take you into something else. Like this, you're going to be this Fire of Wands, this Father of Wands. It's a super, what do I want to say? The 3, it's sitting next to the 3 of Wands. So I'm feeling that you are going to be energized, invigorated. You're going to kind of want to move in a slightly new direction. So I don't know what counseling looks like, but if there's different areas or different topics, I feel like you're going to be going through a different angle at this. And perhaps you will become a teacher of counseling, or you will work in a school. I have that because the Hierophant is the next card. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Ooh. Okay. So yeah. So the Father of Pentacles hopped out of the deck. So that feels like you won't have any problems financially being a student. But this Father of Wands, and look at this 3 of Wands in the center. I love this. So I really feel like you should keep all of the different aspects of counseling open and not like you might have your head set on, oh yeah, this is the kind of counselor I want to be. But I think that the kind of counselor that you want to be could go in a completely different direction. Okay, you're not sure if I'm a strong candidate or if I have what it takes to be a good healer. Hmm. So that's a completely different question. You asked me what the journey would be like. So I can't really do another question for you. Like, you just see what I mean? Like, that's a completely different angle. So I would, based on the first question and the cards that came up, I would really embrace the journey. It feels like that opening up is a beautiful thing. And whether you like to, and also watch the relationship between the student and the mentor, the student and the teacher, like because the Hierophant, this Three of Wands is going to open up a whole new angle in this. So enjoy the journey of being a student. Never mind about finishing and graduating and being the counselor. Enjoy the process right now. Okay. Yeah, you can book a reading with me. Any of you guys can book a reading with me. Just go through, message me through my website and let me know your time zone. Let me know your preferred day and time. So thanks. So we're going to go to PL, I believe. PL. You're very welcoming. Okay, PL. What do you see happening for me over next few months? Not me, Spirit. So it's after PL, I will do 2 more readings. What do you see happening for me over the next few months? What does Spirit see happening? Okay, Spirit, what do you see happening for PL over the next few months? Feels like kind of a practical question, so I'll stay with this deck. Did anyone answer my question about swords and water? If they did, if somebody can just write in the chat, yeah, so I can go back and look for it. I see you getting, are you going to propose to somebody? Are you going to propose to somebody? Do you want to propose to somebody? Or do you want to propose? Do you want to propose at work? Do you have a proposition at work? So, PL, what's going on with this? Propose. And you might have to negotiate a little bit. You're not going to get exactly what you want. There's going to be some negotiating back and forth. But in the end, I think you're going to be really happy with what you end up getting. It would be so cool, PL, if, oh, good, Jonathan, you did. Okay, I'll look at your comment later. PL, are you there, PL? Okay, so PL, that's your message. Your message is to go ahead with the proposal. Make sure that the words that you feel ready for it, like don't shoot off the cuff. Sometimes this Son of Swords can be a little bit impulsive. So this is not a time for ad-libbing. You want to plan your script. You want to be open to negotiations, but in the end, it looks like it'll be really beautiful. So I don't know. I mean, there's no cups here. So this feels, maybe this is about business. This could be about something else. This is the Way Home Tarot. Son of Swords. Son of Swords, and then 6 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, so probably about business, I'm guessing. Okay. All right, I'm just kind of looking at Apurva. So where are we at here? Okay, so we are at Marie. Well-tempered Claire, do I use Lenormand? Yes, I do use Lenormand. And not often enough. I would suggest, if you want a Lenormand reading, to book a private reading. I like to use Lenormand when questions are really, really practical. So that is, yeah, I love to weave a story with Lenormand. And I like to do Lenormand for myself once every 3 or 4 months to do a grand tableau. It feels, I really like to tell story, and with the tarot and with Lenormand, it's right there. The symbols are so clear, and I like to, but I like to take my time with Lenormand because it takes time to unfold the reading. I don't feel, while it's very direct and the answers can be quite quick, there's so many layers, right? And I do like to pay attention to the houses that the cards are in. Yeah. Do you use Lenormand? How many of you use Lenormand? It's a pretty cool system. Alrighty, so Marie, this one hopped out. My question is, will there be a job in the next few weeks, or I have to sell my cottage? Okay. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards here, and then I'm going to shuffle the 5 cent for you, because I feel like it's been giving me really good. That's not a bad answer, but it's not really giving me an answer about work. Okay. You may have a reason to celebrate. Okay. The next few weeks, what is the energy around Marie Bourque? What is the energy around Marie over the next few weeks? If I was reading these and not knowing your question, I'd say you're going to fall in love at work. You're going to fall in love. Not necessarily at work. You're going to fall in love. What is your question? Yeah, I think you will. I think you will. There's a theme in both of these. I did a 3 card and a 3 card. There's a theme here, and this is about you taking charge. So you can't wait. You can't wait to hear. You need to really step up, to put on your suit jacket, to you need to take the bull by the horns. It's up to you to follow through. It's up to you maybe to step a little bit, to be a little more direct. You know, I don't like using expressions from English because a lot of people hear the English isn't the first language, you know. But we have this, yeah, you need to really be, to really embrace your inner warrior, to really, not, warrior is not the right metaphor here. Like all that inner wisdom you have and inner strength. And this is about speaking up for yourself and using your voice. So if you are going to get this job, you need to take charge of the situation right now. And so that means following through. That means embodying all the confidence and knowledge that you have, and to really to let people know how strong you are. And then everything kind of falls into place. And maybe even better than that. The third card was the Four of Wands in the first reading. The third card in the second set of 3 is Temperance. So it feels like your life will be more in balance. One is kind of leaning in a different direction than the other, but it feels good. Okay, so at this point, I don't see you selling your cottage. Thanks. Alrighty, so I think I said I was going to do one more. So the final reading is Jane. And that's great. Jane is new. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Jane. That's hard. All right, just let me tidy up the cards here a bit. So we're looking for a deck that's going to, you know, actually, the way home, I'm going to stick with this one. Kind of calls it like it is, but it is also extremely connected to people. Extremely connected to people. You're welcome, Ray. You're welcome. I didn't do a group reading today, which is interesting. Well-tempered Claire. My moon is in Capricorn. My moon is in Capricorn, and my rising sun is Sag. And my sun sign is Leo. Why do you ask? Why do you ask? I'm always interested to know what you see. Yeah, Cap moon, Sag ascendant, Leo sun. Now you can all do a reading for me. Alrighty, so Jane, I'm pulling an archetype card because I want to kind of look at the root of the issue, okay? Oh, hey, Shauna. Okay. Throwing cards all over the place. All right. So at the root. Wow. Okay. I want you to look at the art. I want you to look at the energy. I want you to look at the eye in the center. And I'm going to circle back around to Kairos in a minute. Okay. So, and right now I want to invite you to really kind of close your eyes and focus on your daughter. Okay. So just really focus on your daughter and the healing energy with your daughter. And you know, the image on the Kairos really card makes me really feel like, so what I wanted to say is, so I was pausing and doing something else. One of you, and maybe even she, wants to go deeper and like there's this inner knowing in this. It looks like a dragon eye to me. There's this inner knowing, this inner wisdom that is so deep. And maybe she is afraid to go deep. Maybe there's a reason why she doesn't trust the inner knowing. Can somebody, it feels like now is the time. Now is the time to deal with this. Now is the time, like you are right to want to nourish this relationship at this time. Does anyone else have a hit on this card in the respect with Jane and her daughter and the healing of the relationship? So what is at the root of this relationship? Hermit. I just keep seeing a dragon here, and then I got the Hermit. And I'm feeling like, go into the cave. Go into the cave. Maybe go into the cave together. What was your question? It was a yes or no question. You know, those kind of healing situations where it's like you put two people in a room and they don't get to leave the room until they figure it out, kind of thing. That's really what I'm feeling here. It's like you two need to go on a holiday together, or you need to go on a retreat together, or you need to somehow get together and lock the door. I don't understand why I have Father of Pentacles here either. I don't know what that is about. I really don't. Anybody else got a hit on the Kairos? I'm really curious because I'm feeling a little lost here. I want to take the focus away from. Okay, how many of you have heard me talk about Father of Pentacles before? And so the Father of Pentacles, there's so many, I have so many beautiful Father of Pentacles role models in my life, different people's partners, men that I knew as surrogate fathers growing up, who supported the family in a really loving way, that showed up, that helped with the cooking, helped with the home, provided for the family, loved the children, tucked children into bed. Just really well-rounded family is a priority kind of energy. And I just don't know why this Father of Pentacles is sitting here. The Page of Cups makes perfect sense. And then I pulled a clarifying card for that one, and I got the Seven of Cups. So your daughter is, you know what I was saying about that dragon? I feel like your daughter might be having some kind of psychic visions, connection to her intuition. When I was looking at this dragon card, I was thinking of that real kind of inner knowing. So maybe she was freaked out by something like that. Like, has she had psychic experiences that you're aware of? Maybe that's a way to connect with her. There's something about this inner knowing, this inner wisdom, that might be the road to your connection. So you asked a yes or a no question. My answer is that it's going to take work. It's going to take work. And it feels like you've already put in a lot of work. And so my feeling is the way through the healing is a little, it doesn't feel like sitting in with a traditional counselor. It feels like going out on a limb with her and allowing that limb to be whatever it needs to be for her. And that might be completely out of your comfort zone, but yeah, it doesn't feel like meeting in the middle. It feels like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words. And when I saw the Hermit card come up and I had seen that dragon, I feel like we're going into the dragon's den. We need to go into the cave in the mountains. We need to go into the retreat center, into the ashram. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. So you need to get completely, like, don't avoid her at all. Set up a circumstance where the two of you can really be together. I don't even know if you're near each other or anything. So I feel like there's definitely potential here, but the amount of work that it's going to take it's not going to be quick. I'm just kind of going to see where we're at here. Okay. Swan Spirit says, I think your daughter is channeling. Ask her if her face sometimes feels like it has a mask on. Ooh, Swan, that's a really interesting, interesting feedback. Okay. Thank you for chiming in there, Swan. So sometimes there is something in the images that will come up. And I encourage you, Jane, to reflect on the metaphors. You know, maybe there's something with this, the bear in the cave, the dragon in the cave, the third eye, right? This also, you know, this also looks like a third eye. I really like what Swan said. I feel like your daughter also is, yeah, there may be. What do you guys think? Like, I feel like there's been some fear around some of her experiences with spirit. And so mom can come in a reassuring way to help with that. Or at least to open up doors, open up conversations, open up avenues to that. So she feels supported and doesn't feel alone. Because maybe she's received some really scary messages or had some bizarre experiences that she wasn't able to manage. Okay. So yeah, if you want to talk about this more, I suggest you book a private reading. Or if you're working with a counselor, to maybe get the counselor to expand on some of this, because there's something to this. All right. Thank you, Jane. All righty. Hello, Penelope. So that is it for today. So I will be recording a video soon. I may go live. I just find these lives are a lot easier than pre-recording. And I will be announcing the procedure for entering the draw. There'll be a few things that I'll be giving away for my 2,500 subs. And so if you guys can help me get to 2,500 subs, that would be great. Very, very close. And I appreciate all of you so much, and your support and your comments, and even those of you that challenge me on a regular basis. I feel that is, it's really good. You know, it's really good. I like to be challenged, and a lot of things have come up, really hard readings over the past week and a half. And I love to work through all of that. So yeah. So I'm just going to pull a final card for the day. I feel like I need to kind of tie all of this up. And yeah. I just want to leave you all with a final message. Whoa. These are such big cards. Such big cards. I don't know if you can see my hands, but they're like, I usually overhand shuffle them, but I'm going to give them one little riffle shuffle here. All right, so let's overhand shuffle because these are enormous. These are like, so here's a tarot card. This is how big these are. Hey there, Star. Okay. So this is just a message for the collective moving forward through the rest of this day, wherever you are in the world, in time and space. May this final message give you clarity and insight, comfort. Okay. The cards want to cut where the cards want to cup. Aw. Before I saw the keyword on the card, what struck me was the simplicity of this particular one. I don't know if you know this deck, but there's a lot on a lot of the cards in this deck, and they're anything but simple. But there was something about the simplicity of this. And so that feeling, I think, is important to leave you with as well, too. And perhaps today, make it simple. Make it simple, just the bare bones. And that might be in the next meal that you prepare. It might be in how you approach the rest of your day. Right? Do you feel that? Like there's so much spaciousness and air here. Yeah. This is Earthly Souls by Terry Ann Foss. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I will be on again on Thursday with my regular Thursday night chat. And hopefully I'll be on again to talk about the upcoming draw sooner than that. So stay well. And I will read the comments back. And I look forward to chatting with you all soon. Namaste.